Welcome to opticstrade debates, where we discuss common questions we get regarding the products that we sell. And my name is Tilen.
My name is Taylor. Hello.
Welcome. Today we're discussing the click values of Aimpoint devices, and in particular we are discussing micro series right now.
Yeah. So all 5 models. So the H1, H2, T1, T2, and S1. They basically have the same mechanism, so they have the same click values.
Yeah. So maybe if we continue from here, you already started the topic of click values. Can you please tell us a little bit about the values about these devices?
First of all, the Aimpoints, they have I would say the whole chaos of Aimpoint click values, because each device has a different click value, each series at least. And usually they are really uncommon, and micro series is no foreigner to this. So all of micro models, all 5 models which I listed before, they have a click value of 13 millimeters per 100 meters. Really uncommon. So 6.5 millimeters on 50 meters and 3.25 millimeters on 25 meters. So really uncommon value, and neither for the Americans, which calculate everything in MOAs and in inches, neither for the Europeans that do everything in centimeters. This is not a round value in none of these systems.
And you have a pretty interesting theory. Why is that, right?
I think that Aimpoint always put their main effort into robustness and reliability of their dots. So I would say that they tried to maximize durability and reliableness of these dots. So click values, they probably shot and saw what the click value was when the dot was already made, because it was so much more important that they can withstand all possible recoils, that they can withstand cold, they can withstand heat, they can withstand water, and so on. So some rounded, nice click value was not, I would say, the main focus. Even though lately this has changed, because the Comp M5 has 1 centimeter per 100 meters, and also the new Acros, they have 2 centimeters click value on 100 meters. But the micro series, unfortunately, still has 13 millimeters on 100 meters.
All right, so maybe one of the common questions, and it might sound funny to someone, but a common question is, what does a click value even mean?
Yeah.
And that is a fair question to have, but maybe can you explain in layman terms?
It's really easy. It means that when you apply 1 click to the red dot, how much does the bullet impact moves on a target? So when we say 13 millimeters, that means if you apply 1 click, the bullet impact on a target will move for 13 millimeters. So if you apply 10 clicks up, that means that the bullet impact will go 13 centimeters up in direction from the previous bullet impact before you apply the clicks. So it's really how much the bullet impact moves on a target.
Yeah, and that comes in handy in zeroing the red dot, right? And
exactly.
Aimpoint provides their targets, which we have right here. Maybe if you can tell us a little bit about the zeroing their dots.
Yeah, because they have so many uncommon values for zeroing, they are providing zeroing targets for each of their series, sometimes even for each of their models. And it looks like this. And it has small squares on them, and these squares are basically paired with the click value of the dot. So this is for the micro series sites, and you see that 1 square is 6.5 millimeters. So on 50 meters, this 1 square is 1 click. On 25 meters, this 1 square is 2 clicks, and on 100 meters, 2 squares are 1 click. It's also written on them. On the target, so that you know. You can download this target from our webpage or from the Aimpoint webpage. You just print it in scale, and then it's really easy to do the zeroing, because you just count the squares and you know how many clicks you need to apply. Otherwise, you would need some kind of tool to measure the distance of the bullet impact to the center and then apply the clicks. So it's much easier with these targets.
So it's a pretty simple solution to a complex Aimpoint system.
Exactly.
All right, so maybe about let's talk about the tools that you need to zero in the site.
So with every mic you get a standard red Aimpoint tool. Unfortunately, we don't have it here on the table. And you're able to unscrew the caps with that tool. But also always 1 cap, usually the Windage cap, has these 2 pins on them, which are the same like on the standard Aimpoint tool, which you put in the turret, and then you're able to apply the clicks. Because the turrets have this standard pattern with two holes where the pins go, and you're able to do the zeroing. It is a problem if you're somewhere in the field, you lost the cap, you don't have the standard Aimpoint tool with you, then it's really, really hard to apply the clicks because it's impossible to do it with your hand. But clicks are nice, they're audible, also tactile in feel, so you really know how many clicks you applied.
Yeah. Right, so another important question regards the elevation and windage. Maybe a little bit about that.
So the elevation and windage range on all micro series is 1 meter by 1 meter, 1 meter up and down, that means 2 meters by 2 meters, 20 mils of windage and elevation. This is more than enough because red dot sights are not used for some long range shooting and so on. So it's quite easy to get it, to zero it, and you have enough range to do this.
So we already discussed that Aimpoint makes this device very rigid and reliable and sturdy. But there are cases, there are some issues with them. We don't know many of them because we don't get many questions regarding the. We don't really have any problems so far. I don't think so. But are there any known issues that people have with click values?
Well, basically it's like this. We never had a single choice, and we are selling Aimpoints for 10 years, that an Aimpoint would fail to hold zero or that the clicks wouldn't work or something like that. But there are two, I would say, common issues that people run into, not because of the dot's fault. So first, the one is that before mounting, somebody applied too many clicks in one direction, and then people go and shoot on 100 meters, and there is no bullet in the target because the dot is set somewhere else outside of the target. My advice would be start really close. Start at 10 meters to see where the bullet lands, do approximate zeroing at 10 meters, then go to 25 meters, and then onwards all the way to 100 meters, even though some people also do zeroing just on 50 meters, and it's enough. This is the first issue. The second issue is that if you lose the tool or you don't have the standard tool with you, and then you lose the cap, it's really hard to apply any clicks on it because you need these two pins to do it. So we do sell spare caps. We also sell spare standard tools, and this is something what you need to do the zeroing. But usually you do the zeroing once when the rifle is new and the dot is new. You have all the tools with you. You do the zeroing, and then you don't touch it for the next many years if you're just an average hunter.
You're done with it.
Yeah.
Right, so I think we covered pretty much all of the common questions. I don't think we forgot anything. So
if we did, please use the comments below. Call us, send us an email, get in touch, and we will definitely try our best to help you.
Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.
See you.